about RX plastics, we automatically think about things like K-line and G-set and all that sort of stuff, but there's more to you than that. But before we get to that, you were very involved with the South Island Farmer of the Year because of innovation.
Absolutely, Rob. One of the key tenets of farming has always been innovation, and it's about developing new technologies that really put us to the forefront. That's how we're going to do better in export, that's how we're going to do better locally. So RX is very keen to be a supporter of the South Island Farmer of the Year.
And you're innovative. I keep talking about the fact that you can get somebody can hand you an envelope with a basic drawing on the back and you produce something.
Yeah, pretty much. And in fact, along the way, we've done all sorts of things into all sorts of markets. We were looking at some of them yesterday. I mean, we're talking about seats, we're talking about safety steps, we're talking about cream cans and dairy cans and all sorts of other products. One of which we might talk about today, which is Mussel buoys.
Yeah, let's do that, because as I said, we think of irrigation and now we think about all these other things.
Absolutely.
You've just been doing a wee trip out on the ocean to have a look at one of your clients.
Correct. South Island Farm of the Year this year was actually dual winners, which is quite an unusual situation. Both Omarama Station won, as well as Clearwater Mussels. And it was just extraordinary to, a couple of months ago, we went and saw Omarama Station and had a look at some of the things that they've been involved in, how they engage with the community, how they get the best for their farming community. Just fantastic to see Richard and Annabelle subtool and have a look at their property. And then on Friday last, actually, we went and visited the other winner, which was Clearwater Mussels up in Havelock.
Let's take a look at some photographs, because you've walked in with, that's Havelock, obviously.
That's Havelock, and it was a beautiful, beautiful day. Belied what it was going to turn to, but it was very lovely when we arrived. And then we went out and we had a look at some of the processing that they were doing, and they were actually harvesting mussels this particular day.
Yep.
And you can see there a lot of mussel buoys. Now they're holding up, they've got an anchor at either end, and they're holding up a large rope with a whole lot of droppers on them with hopefully mussels underneath, with any luck.
So the harvesting there, obviously, those big packs are full of mussels.
They are, absolutely. And we get some images later on here of they actually pull the mussel buoys up the floats and the ropes, and then they actually cut the ropes off and they drag them through the processing plant. So they're actually stripping off all of the mussels. And you can see that on the right hand side there's a large number of other materials sticking to the rope, and they actually knock all that off because that actually isn't their target. Their target is actually what's hanging on the rope from 2 meters down from the surface.
So they're quite specific about the green lip.
Very specific. It's a New Zealand native species, and in fact has a huge number of benefits just beyond eating. I mean, obviously, if you just wanted protein, there are cheaper ways.
It's medicinal as well.
Huge amounts of medicinal stuff. And it's also being used for arthritis and other almost pharmaceutical processes.
The interesting thing is you don't have to grow grass or anything. The ocean provides.
Farming covers a large gambit ultimately about creating something that is sustainable. And certainly we heard a lot about how they sustainably produce these mussels. The mussels are filtering 360 litres of seawater a day. Really? And all they're doing is taking out the phytoplankton out of the water. And of course, just like they need clean environment, actually so do all of the other people that recreate in those waters and the people that actually participate around those areas.
So I mean, there's another close-up looking at the whole system. It looks pretty labour intensive, Phil.
A huge amount of labour. I mean, when you look at it, very expensive ships to actually do the harvesting, in that they're pulling the whole mussel line up, they are cutting the strings, and then the strings are actually processed.
But when you have a look at the number of packs on that boat,
yeah, they're certainly pulling in a lot of volume of product.
and obviously a lot of it's exported, make most of it.
Oh, I would imagine most of that product is export, and for New Zealand, that's a really good earner as an industry.
Because that's neat, because not many people know about that part of our industry, the aquaculture.
No, we talk often about agriculture, and normally I guess that comes back to pastoral production systems. But it's great to actually see something on the other side of the fence. And you think about the amount of New Zealand coastline there is, the opportunity must be vast.
Indeed. Phil, thank you very much indeed, and keep coming up with innovative ideas.
Oh, we will.
We'll be back in just a moment with Tony Daverin.